All right, Matt. Since we are beginning tonight, I am Trace.
Matt.
Chris.
Joel.
Brenden.
Yeah, boy.
It's me. Yo, boy. Skinny Peen.
There we go. We got us all here tonight. No guests, finally. Matt, what's the shot tonight?
Well, we'll find that out after we take it.
All right, Trace is handing out the shots. See, I've had a couple beers, so my shakes are gone,
You
which
can
is
tell we're
concerning.
all sniffing the shots,
It's either
apparently.
it's either Lysol or Pine Sol. I can't really.
Matt, can I guess?
Sure.
I heard he said it before, but it's a lemon drop.
Well,
We've
cheers.
done lemon drop on the podcast.
Kind of
before.
smells like
Cheers.
Windex.
And I was correct.
It was an attempt at a lemon drop.
It was Clorox.
Yeah, that had a weird bite at the end.
Well, so the shaker still had some permafrost in it because
Did you
Trace-
fucking pour that shit
I
out?
poured it out and rinsed it out, but it was still like
Did
in
you
the
pour it
tumbler
in
again.
shots? You just wasted permafrost.
Oh, no,
Oh,
I
my.
wasted that. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Maybe you shouldn't have poured 7 shots for 2.
So, I didn't. It was
That was
ice
supposed to be
down,
2 shots.
water,
Well, maybe those
Whatever.
Maybe those 2 should have done
But so
7
I
shots.
used Bacardi Limon.
Yeah, I would be
some
passed out on the
triple
fucking
See,
sec,
I knew I smelled that. That's the
some
first
triple
shot I ever
sec,
took.
and some lemon juice.
But you don't have sweet and sour,
I don't have sweet and sour.
and you don't have lemonade.
I don't have lemonade, so I used triple sec and lemon juice.
Yeah, it
and guess
doesn't
what? It didn't taste that much different. Did
No,
it?
it didn't.
It was still
No.
lemony.
No,
Boom,
Bacardi
bitch.
Limon was the first shot I ever took, and I always
What?
joke that it
Straight?
tasted. Yeah, it tasted like tastes like Pine Sol.
Hold
I
on.
hated it.
We're going to go through what the first shot you ever took was.
Fuck.
We're going to go, Matt, what's yours?
I would assume probably Fireball.
Fair
Or
enough.
some kind of like Jaeger bomb or something.
Maybe just
like
straight
that.
up Jack. That was the second shot I
No.
ever took. in my
No,
life.
I would guess probably
I would
Fireball.
probably say your first shot you ever took.
Well,
'cause
I don't.
was
You
there.
tell me. It was at your house. Yeah.
It was probably like what we call
But
it,
did
a
you
chuck.
die?
Yeah. But did you die? No, you're fine. Chris, what was yours?
Bacardi Limon.
Joel?
And my first beer was a PBR.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say it was vodka, probably Barton's.
Bart.
Ooh, the dirty bees.
Brendan? You didn't drink till you were
I-
like 26, so
That's
Surprised! That
That's
was like 4 days ago.
weird. A couple days ago.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember. It probably could have been Fireball or maybe even Captain. It was probably something weird because I would have no
Goldschlager.
idea what to take
Oh,
shots
no.
of.
Fuck. What am I saying?
He used to drink a lot of Jaeger too.
You did?
I don't think it was Jaeger. Jaeger and Dr Pepper.
Did you go to college?
Yeah.
That's where I drank it.
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
you had just like Barton's, Brendan?
You looking at me?
Fireball.
Yeah, it was maybe
Fireball.
Fireball.
Maybe
I
Fireball,
can't
you don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
My first shot I can remember because it was at my house. But
Surprise there.
it was
Shocker.
like UV red and like Red Bull.
I was
Is
gonna say
pretty much
actually
it.
it might have been
Eh.
UV blue for mine. I think because it was like
It was like what
Not
is
as
called
strong.
a chuck. So they like if you go to a bar and ask for a chuck, it's usually like UV red and like liquid ice, which is an energy drink. And so it's like a Chuck Norris. But now I just take, what's your favorite shot to take?
Sambuca.
Sambuca?
I've never had Sambuca.
What's your favorite?
shot to take? Are we talking like this a mixed shot or like a?
Either. Doesn't matter.
Honestly,
What's your
I guess
favorite
I was
thing
going
to
off
shoot?
of straight shots.
yeah.
What's your favorite? All right, let's go off straight shots. What's your
Straight shots?
favorite straight shot to take?
Honestly, probably Rumplemints or Yukon
Hey!
Permafrost.
Yeah.
Yukon Jack Permafrost.
Joel?
I like schnapps.
probably because I've had it the most. I'd have to say Rumplemints.
Rumplemans?
It's refreshing.
It is
I'd
it.
probably say Rumplemans or Jack Fire.
Ooh,
Jack
see,
Fire. If I wanted to
that's,
be
Jack
different.
Fire's
that's where
good.
That's why I'm torn because I love Jack Fire and I love Rumplemans.
It's not bad.
Yukon's really good too. Like I'll take all three of them, but my favorite probably go to if I go to a bar, if they have Yukon, I'll take Yukon. If they don't, Rumplemans is every bar has Rumplemans, so you're going
So
with
weird
Rumple.
because I'd never heard of it until I met you.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. Same.
And now you'll
But
never
hey,
forget
Hey,
it.
you
Yeah.
remember
Yeah, I
when I
certainly will
turned
not.
21 and at where we worked, I was like, oh, all I drink is Rumple, and the bartender poured it in a kid's cup and friggin' made it like a triple, and
Jesus
I shot
Christ.
it without flinching. I took it and was like, "See, told you."
I will say though,
I might
close,
vomit just
close
hearing that.
second to Sambuca would be just straight like Jose.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a big tequila guy like you.
Prefer
though. Like,
Patron to Jose.
me
but-
and you will drink tequila left and right. Like we don't care.
No.
Although I
And
think Patron is probably actually, now that I've like learned a little bit more about tequila, is kind of like trash tequila, like trash
Patron
tequila.
is terrible.
But I like
terrible
Patron.
tequila.
I like shit
Well,
that people don't like.
I mean, that's the
God.
thing. Most people like, well, if you get like a shitty, but if you get like a name brand well, it's normally Jose Cuervo, like silver.
Yeah.
And I like that better than a lot of the other
whatever,
mid-high tier.
whatever that bar has, that's their well tequila. Fuck everything about that tequila.
I don't know
In
what
the
they use
freezer?
as- No,
No.
No,
Like,
Because
well,
you
drinks,
bought
for
shots.
yeah, it
once.
was in the freezer. It had to have been in the freezer.
Well, whatever it was.
So,
it
no,
was
it
the
was
cheap
If it
tequila.
was shots, then it would have been Patron. Yeah.
It was Patron.
Well, my taste buds have changed then. in the
Fuck
last
no, I
8
don't like
years.
Patron. It's too sweet. It's not that.
No,
good.
it hurt.
Well, fuck. Yeah, duh. It's tequila.
Well, more than normal. It hurt.
What?
It hurt.
Duh.
I remember, like, because when I lived in the same building. I actually moved into his old apartment as one of my coworkers. My first apartment ever. Him and I, we would go to. Well, he wouldn't go to his apartment. He was already there. I'd go to his apartment with the girl I was dating at the time, and then a bunch of our coworkers, and we'd watch Game of Thrones. And like we would have a drinking game. Every time some certain thing happened in Game of Thrones,
Right.
we'd take a shot, right?
Fair.
And it was always a Patron that had been sitting in his freezer for weeks or whatever.
Well, good thing
And it
I
was-
got fire,
it was
Jack
good.
Fire in my freezer.
It might have been because after the first one, you don't give a shit anymore, which is pretty much true of any alcohol that you do, whether it's beer or liquor or whatever. It probably didn't hurt that the social setting, it was, had a certain psychological effect on it that made it not seem so terrible, maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm immune to that psychological effect now because I fucking hate tequila.
What? Who all hate here?
I love margaritas.
Hold on.
Love
hold
margaritas.
On, hold on. Straight
Hate
shots
tequila.
of tequila. Say I if you hate them.
Aye.
1, 2,
Oh.
3.
Aye.
I don't know. I can do them.
No,
I'm
That's
not
not,
as much
I.
I don't hate them.
They're fucking terrible.
So what's crazy is like
I'll shoot anything.
the
I'll say that.
only way me and Matt
Heroin?
could really get a
I will
shot
not
at the
shoot
place
heroin.
we work at is if we
Then
took
you
Liar.
lie.
pussy.
if we took tequila straight and like a double. No lime, no salt, no whatever. And I think that kind of turned my
Turn me on a little bit.
hatred, but I love
All right,
tequila now.
so-
You know what they
Like,
call
I will
that?
drink
There's a word for
tequila.
that. There's a phrase for that.
Stockholm
it?
syndrome.
It's that. Stockholm.
Whatever. But
When
no,
you start to identify with your
when
attacker.
we were in Mexico, me and Matt literally finished a bottle one day. Just me and him.
I bet you did, Stockholm.
We were fucking, and everybody looked at us all weird because everybody else was taking with a lime and salt, and we were just fucking shooting it.
Yeah, I can't do it with the lime and salt. Sarah, if she does shots, she almost always does tequila, which good for her. But she always
It's healthy
does,
for you.
She always does the
Ish.
lime. No, she doesn't even do the lime. She always does the salt. And the way she does the salt, she, puts it. She licks
Yeah.
her hand,
And then takes it.
puts the shot, takes it, and then puts her hand.
You know, actually, what's good with tequila
and tastes
is you guys
disgusting.
should. Brendan, I know you don't like tequila, but you should
Yeah,
try
don't talk
this.
to me about it.
Is like suck on an orange and then take tequila.
It's not even worth
That's
it.
the-
No,
It's
it
not
is.
even worth
No,
the
no.
the
It
effort.
it actually helps. It's really good. I'll bring some oranges to the 4th if you show up. I got tequila. We'll call it a day. I
Oh
bring
no!
tequila
All of a sudden,
home from
Brenden
Mexico.
can't show up.
No shit.
I blew my hand off.
No, because we'd all be at the hospital with the bottle of tequila. So good luck.
Security, don't let
R.I.P.
anyone named Trace McCoy in this fucking room.
He's gonna send you flowers,
Oh,
and there's gonna be
shit.
shooters attached
He's-
to the
Everybody
bottom.
shoot
He's
his
here
tequila.
to hurt me.
What's stupid is I didn't buy you a shot of tequila on your birthday.
You're
God.
having like fucking
Regret.
PTSD. Oh, he's here.
Hold on. But
Flashbacks.
did you die?
Flashbacks. Ah.
All right. So, well, what about a shot that is not just straight? Something that's
Not
like,
just
mixed in-
straight. My go-to not just straight shot would probably be a Vegas bomb.
Yes.
Okay.
I think those are the most smooth, the most like they taste good.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't like coconut, and usually you put Malibu in it, which is coconut.
I really like Malibu.
But
To me, they just taste like juice.
right, they're smooth. They're
What are
good.
we talking about? I
You
missed
can
the
take
What is a
beginning
Vegas
part.
bomb?
multiple of
It's
them.
Mix shot.
Crown
Oh, yeah.
It's
Malibu.
Crown, Malibu, Triple
Red Bull?
Sec, and Red Bull.
Okay.
And
What is this called?
It's Vegas bomb.
Oh, okay.
No.
I have never heard of
I wasn't listening. I was looking at my Snapchat from Sarah.
What is that?
It's a screw.
Oh, it's a
Do you
big
think it was a
screw.
bug?
It is a big screw.
I
That
didn't know what the
hasn't
hell
ever
it
been
was.
there.
It's like
Matt,
a-
you trying
it's
to
like a
hang shit
bolt.
up?
That's been there forever.
Yeah, that's been
No
there
way.
the whole
Since I
time.
bought the
No
house.
way. I
No way.
agree.
Since
Brenden,
I
what
bought
did you
the
do?
house.
Brenden, where are you going?
I'm going mobile, bitch.
He
Matt,
took his shit
Mix
off
shot.
the table, his microphone off the table.
I would have to say a pineapple upside down.
That's really
Ooh,
good.
That's a really good one. It's too sweet, though. I think it's just too sweet.
Well,
Oh,
I
I like
love
this
I think
pineapple.
so much
I love
sugar
I really like
That's what it
pineapple.
is
does.
involved in it. That's
Um,
how you get drunk, though, is sugar. You
Oh,
drink
yeah.
too much sugar, you get too drunk.
If you mix just like as a mixed drink, like Malibu and pineapple juice.
Yep.
Really fucking good.
A lot
It took
of
me
people
forever.
do
It
that.
took me 6 years to figure out that it was Malibu because the girl I was dating right before I met Sarah really liked Malibu, and she always had. I had in my apartment. I had a bottle of pineapple juice and then a bottle of Malibu.
Yep.
For when she came over, that's what we would drink. Well, I forgot all about her like almost immediately after meeting Sarah, and then so on and so forth. And it wasn't until relatively recently that I was like, fuck, that's what it was. It was Malibu. Because, like, Sarah was talking about Malibu because she always gets, like, Malibu and ginger ale or crown apple and Sprite.
see,
or
but
something.
Malibu's
Usually
good
she
because
gets-
that's like low key alcohol. I think it's just
Yeah.
it's a supplement.
It's so bad.
It's kind of like
Because it's
Kahlua
coconut. I don't
in that
like
way,
coconut.
where
Have
it's
you-
like alcohol.
I'll drink
but
fucking
like, you don't-
Kahlua straight out of the bottle.
Have you tried Malibu Red?
No.
I think it's a little stronger.
I
Is
would-
what it is, but
I would drink Malibu straight.
it's good. I
It's
would
kind of
too.
a weird thing
Have
to
you
do.
pretty
but-
good.
tried Captain 100?
No.
It's
What-
100.
what's the
proof.
little cannonball one?
Captain
Cannon
Cannonball?
blast.
So it is?
It's not that good. Me and Matt had
Well,
it
they
for
have
free,
like
and it's not that
three
good.
different ones.
The watermelon one's not good. The Cannon Blast original.
Watermelon's hard to do with
like
alcohol.
nothing
They got
good
like a
about it.
jack-o'-lantern one
But
or some
yeah.
shit.
Don't they make a white, like a Captain Morgan white rum?
Yeah, but it's just white
I
rum.
think I've seen that.
It's like Bacardi, but Captain.
It's what you put in a trash can.
Yep.
Yes,
Really?
correct. Oh, do I need to make those?
Kind of. I don't think we have any Red
No.
Bull.
It's been a while.
For the 4th.
Oh,
We don't
Oh.
have any Red Bull.
yeah, but I'm probably not
No.
going to be there.
Yeah, you are.
You don't,
We
you don't
already
know
had
that
this
yet.
discussion.
I know.
But
and
if he
I'm
doesn't
still
show up,
saying
you're
it.
the only one that's going to be drinking them.
Like in fucking
Hmm?
hell, I'll turn them into shots.
Oh, well, I do a shot of it. I'm not drinking a trash
Yeah,
can. though.
that's
There's
fine.
way
That's
too
what
much
happened
Red
last
Bull
year.
in
That's
that.
why everybody got so fucked.
Like I said, I'll do.
Oh yeah,
a
because you made it
shot
in the
of that.
pitcher. Yeah, I had a lot of
And
that.
we finished a bottle of Rumplements, a bottle of Fireball,
I
or
didn't do
Jack
shit
Fire,
with that.
and a
I
bottle
have to
of
work at
tequila.
Make it in a big
7
cooler,
o'clock
like a
in the
dispenser
morning
thing,
on
and just tell them it's like fruity as fuck.
Friday.
Oh
after
shit!
won't even know what
That
it
fuck
is.
people up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Travis would drink shit out of it.
people aren't going to know where the fuck they are.
It tastes good.
Travis is going to try to lift my car again. It's going to be bad.
I think I tried that last year. I said, "Oh, it's a pitcher of juice," and everybody's like, "Yeah, sure it is. With you, it probably has alcohol in it." And I was like, "You're taking
Straight
a
alcohol.
shot."
Yeah.
Everybody now.
You should do the same thing, but with a making an adios motherfucker instead of trash can.
Boom.
I have all the alcohol for it.
Why not
I'm
both?
sure you do.
Make
Because
it
that
a-
sounds terrible.
Make it an adios motherfucker trash can.
Yeah, but I made
What?
I made that so.
Well, they
freaking
already
strong.
have.
It's
most
already
of the same
strong,
ingredients.
but no, I like use half a bottle of each, not like
Oh my
an
God.
ounce,
Have
an
you
ounce,
ever-
an ounce. I use a half a bottle.
Have you ever tried cutting a hole in a watermelon and putting vodka
fucking it?
upside down?
I
No.
was expecting you to say put your penis in it, but
No. No. Because
No, you got to use a cantaloupe for that.
I've tried vodka gummy. I hate cantaloupe. I've tried vodka gummy bears, but I heard.
I bet you would after you
Vodka
fucked
gummy
it.
bears are good.
Well, they are good, but when they're
Got
like
really fucked up off of
oversaturated,
them.
then too much.
Well,
but I
yeah.
heard if you
Then you
take
just
a watermelon, you
drink
put a water or a vodka bottle in it, give it like 24 hours, and it just drains itself down into it, and then you just
And you
fucking
just-
cut it up and
eat
Huh.
the watermelon.
yeah.
No, not doing that. I got.
I would
good
do that.
food. But
Sounds
what I'm
good.
saying is I think we need a lot of alcohol this year.
I told you, I'm probably not going to be there.
You're.
and I told you I work at 7 o'clock on Friday morning.
I
don't know how
work
drunk
at
I'll
8
get.
a.m.
Oh, I forgot.
I also-
gotta work.
I probably work at 6 on Friday.
So
I
we'll
also
be
have
fine.
to work on
We'll be
Friday.
good. We'll be fine. You can do your
That's so
job
dumb.
drunk. You can do your job drunk. You can do your job
There
drunk.
should
you can
be-
do your
I'm
job
gonna miss,
drunk.
like,
I have
do
to
mine.
drive
We'll
for
be
my
fine.
job.
Same.
Oh, fair. I don't. I got to sit at a desk. We'll call it a day.
We do not condone driving and drinking.
Yeah, no, we
I
do
operate
not.
power
we do not
tools.
condone that.
Hey, I operated power tools while drunk once. We built the bar out the back of Trace's house, and it's wobbly.
Makes sense.
Not anymore. It's not wobbly.
That's the weirdest thing. It stopped being wobbly after the glue.
Did somebody
fully cured.
sober up and fix it?
No, nobody touched it after that.
I think we should petition for a July 5th holiday.
Yes.
Well, I would take a July 5th
If
holiday.
it's during the week.
Except everybody else at my job also took July 5th off, so I was explicitly not allowed to take time off. On
I was
going to
say, I get fucked
I
over on
can't
every
take it
holiday
over, yeah.
anyway.
I
Well,
missed
what
it.
sucks is it's Thursday. They should
Yeah.
give you Friday.
Exactly. They should give you
Right.
the next day off.
Well,
this
you
is
say
the
that
holiday.
Ain't
as
gonna
somebody with a
fucking
normal
happen.
weekend. My weekend is
No,
Monday and Wednesday.
I usually work
Yeah.
weekends.
My my weekend's Monday, Wednesday. So if it's on Thursday, whether I work Friday or not, I
Doesn't
still
make a
have to work
difference.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I know what
Like,
you mean. I feel you.
I used to.
Yeah,
But-
fuck that shit.
Fuck that.
Agreed. Fuck weekends. If I had to say my mix,
I'd rather just get drunk on Friday like I did this last week and call it a day.
I would go with Vegas Bomb with Trace. Or
Yeah.
if you would
I don't know
consider
if I
it,
ever finished my
if
thought
you
on
would
that.
consider it, I'm a big time Jameson pickleback guy. I love
I really
pickle
like
juice.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
Pickle
all
juice goes down
I've never
smooth.
had it.
I like that.
Or
yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
We had it on
Here.
this
Have it here.
podcast.
No,
we
a
had
couple
we
it
weeks
did
on
ago.
the podcast.
Nope.
yeah, we had it. A
No,
couple
we
weeks
did
ago.
not.
Yes,
We did.
No, we
What
did
did we
not.
have?
Take it?
I did not take it.
Well, we all had it.
What did you take?
A shot of beer because I had been drinking a
Then who the
lot longer
fuck
than you
took
guys.
yours?
You.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Or Irish breakfast.
Irish
This is-
breakfast.
There's
Love
so
an
many
Irish
good
breakfast.
options there. If I had to
Can't go
go
wrong.
like,
Hey, have
um,
you guys ever had Dead Nazi?
No.
no.
It's Jaeger and Rumpelmans.
Oh
That
God.
sounds horrible.
God. Wait, do we have that?
I have
We
a
have
little
Yukon
bit of Jaeger left.
Jack.
Can we
but
try
no,
it?
don't
I
have
was
any
going to say we
Rumble,
should
yeah.
try it.
Let's
You
try
don't
it.
have
We
any
should
I don't
Rumble.
try
have
it.
any
Next
actual
week I'll
Rumble.
bring. Oh wait, next week is the day before the 4th, so I'm not trying to get too fucked.
Well,
You can have
Why
one dead
not?
Nazi.
Because I got to drink all day the next day.
You don't have to
So?
do anything.
prepare.
The best way to get over a hangover is to start drinking again.
Or to
yeah,
keep
I figured
drinking.
that out on Saturday.
Well, there you go.
It's true.
I told you on Saturday because we.
seen
What the fuck was I doing on Saturday in the morning?
You were drinking.
I was drinking. Oh, I went to a baby shower and
Yep.
I had some drinks.
Yep.
And then I took a nap and I woke up hungover. I was like, "Fuck! I knew this was gonna happen."
You only had 4 beers. How'd you get
God damn.
hungover?
I hadn't eaten anything or drank any
Fucking
like water or
Christ,
anything.
you're a pansy.
No, see, tonight I had food before I came here, so I have had 4 beers and I'm fine.
Oh, are you?
I am.
You had 4 beers and a shot. Let's get this right.
Oh yeah, I had 4 beers and a shot.
Oh, don't. The shot has more alcohol in it than your fucking beer does.
Usually 1 beer equals 1 shot. Usually, this is only a 4.2 beer.
Yeah,
Is that what it
so
is?
a shot has more than that in
Let me
it.
just take a sip of my Jameson real quick.
Brennan, what's your go-to like mix shot?
I
4.1.
don't want to be bland, but I think the Vegas Bomb,
Yeah,
if it's mixed.
Yeah, right. If it's done
good.
right, if it's shaken, if it's cold.
I just
if
don't
it's
do
warm,
shots
it's
a
not
lot.
It's
fucking
money.
If I do
mouth.
shots anywhere, it's someone else
Oh my god!
suggests
I
them,
just
or
thought
it's
about
here.
this.
Yeah,
So-
shots are
We
usually
gotta
straight
take a
too.
duck fart.
What is a duck
Oh.
fart?
It's like Jameson, Bailey's, and something else. I can't remember what's on top.
He's gonna bring a duck
But
that
it's
he shot, and we're gonna have to beer luge it through.
We
It's
have
gonna
to
pour the beer in.
We're
its
gonna
beak.
suck vodka
It's gonna
farts
come
out of its
right
ass.
out of his
Let's
ass.
do it.
That sounds awful.
You have to squeeze the duck in the middle so it farts it out.
No, Matt's looking it up. Matt's looking it up. It's fucking good.
I'd have to say
Good shit.
a Vegas bomb or a Jaeger bomb. I really like Jaeger bombs. I really like schnapps.
I
don't know what it
Kahlua,
is.
Bailey's, and whiskey.
Big
Kahlua,
Red, Big
Bailey's,
Red
and whiskey,
is a good
so I was
shot.
right.
It's got Goldschlager in it, and I think
What is it?
Jägermeister's in as well. Maybe not. Big
What
Red.
is it? Big Red?
A Big
Like-
Red gum shot.
Oh.
So pretty much just all the cinnamon
Fireball?
No, Fireball's not in it. It's Goldschlager is the cinnamon in that.
Oh, yeah. I don't like Goldschlager one bit. Why? Because it's the last thing I took on my 21st birthday. That's why.
Oh, apparently it's more simple than I thought it was. I thought it was more ingredients. Apparently it's just 1.5 ounces of cinnamon schnapps. I had Goldschlager.
Cinnamon.
And a half ounce of cranberry juice.
Oh, well, that's pretty simple.
Yep.
We can make that shit.
Chris, last time you guardianed at RTX,
Yep, 2017.
how many were there? How many guardians were there?
About 500,
Okay.
roughly. It's pretty much it's stabilized at that number.
Yeah.
It's been that number for several years now.
Okay.
Because you saw somebody's tweet. I was going to say Mary's
Just now,
tweet, but she's the head guardian.
Yeah, no, that's who it was. Yeah.
Okay. She tweeted.
Well,
something
and they
about there being
posted
500.
pictures a couple weeks ago, like old pictures of all the Guardians together.
They were in a green shirt, actual green, not
Were
turquoise.
you standing
That
at
was
the
last
very,
one.
very back?
Yes.
Up like against the window.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I thought
I had a
remember
Funhouse hat
we
on.
had talked about that before,
Yep.
and I remember
Vanderbilt
zooming
won
in.
the
and,
CWS.
yeah.
Yeah.
They did win.
Yep.
Let's go.
So that the little strategy from Michigan yesterday or whenever backfired on them, huh?
Yep.
Let's fucking go.
They should have just daggered them.
They won it 2 years in a row.
Vanderbilt? They didn't win it
Yeah.
last year.
Who did?
Oregon State.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
We looked this up last. Well, we didn't look it up last time.
Second
We looked it up at the.
Yeah. But
the
they've
opening
been
couple
to the
years.
CWS, and they went to the CWS 5 years and been in the finals 4 years.
They won
or
it
2
either
years.
3 or 4 years ago because
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
very recent.
It
Maybe
was
2.
like two
It was
years
very
in the
recent.
last 4 years or some shit.
I want to say 2015. But regardless, I think that was their third win.
Third national championship.
Yep.
Shit.
I don't know that I'm ever going to Guardian again. That's something that it's been 2 years now.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Can you please explain that?
So a Guardian is a volunteer staff member for the convention RTX, which is Rooster Teeth's convention. So I'm sure you've heard of PAX, for example, maybe.
No.
It's Penny Arcade Expo. Penny Arcade was another online community that started before Rooster Teeth, I think, but just barely. It kind of rose to internet fame around the same time. But they started their convention first. And PAX has enforcers, is what they're called. But RTX has guardians. So what you do is you volunteer to be event staff for this thing, and then you have a specific job that you do once you're there. So all 5 years that I was a guardian, I was a PA, so personal assistant. And I had two different people over the course of that time. The first one was Ryan Haywood, who's part of Achievement Hunter. He had just joined, basically. He was just rising to fan favorite status because anybody, whenever they join Achievement Hunter, they just get shit on for the first 6 months that they work there because everybody hates change. So they're just like, oh, man, this person sucks. So they weren't really a huge fan of Ryan, but he really endeared himself to the fans right around the time where I was his PA. And then after that, I got assigned to Jordan Swears, who does all the Rooster Teeth animated adventures, which you guys, I'm sure, have seen some of, because I'm sure we've thrown them up on the Chromecast upstairs. But if you, unless you follow Rooster Teeth, you don't necessarily know what that is off the top of your head, probably. But it's always just like little animated clips of, funny out of context things, shit that I would like to do with this podcast, like take a story that somebody told and have somebody animate it poorly. Like he does with RTAA.
Will they do it for free?
I think he did it for free originally. It was a fan thing. He wasn't. He started out just making them as like kind of a fan project, and then he got hired by Rooster Teeth, and now he's like in charge of the animation department at Rooster Teeth. So
I would say, hey, anyone listening, if you want to animate it, come do it for free. But no one fucking listens to us.
Hey, how do
anymore.
you know?
Because I tried to offer up $25 fucking for
Doesn't mean
free.
they don't listen. They get
Oh,
like
they
a
just
third
turn
of it
away
and not the
$25.
fourth.
listen,
Fucked up.
I guess the earlier you mentioned something that you're giving away for free in the podcast, the more likely it is to happen.
Yeah,
Fuck
Brenden.
you guys. Hey, I'll tell you about something free at the end.
This dick.
Uh-huh. Yeah, line it up.
Yeah, boy. Skinny
I'll
penis.
give you some fucking 20 seconds, most mediocre 20 seconds of your life. All right,
20
move on.
seconds. Look over here, Mr. Stamina. But yeah, so I was Jordan's PA for a while.
What's sex?
Yeah, what does that mean? How to PP and VJ.
Must go very fast.
So yeah, I was his PA for a while, which basically all that means is that I kind of make sure that he doesn't get super mobbed by people in between panels, and make sure that he is hydrated and hand sanitized.
Should give him beer.
Yikes.
I would
No,
give
he
this
doesn't really drink.
motherfucker Beer.
He doesn't really drink. Ryan doesn't really drink either.
If we ever do that shit,
but I
and we're
did-
all sitting there.
I
I
cannot.
hope we have a fucking mini fridge next to us full of beer.
I cannot tell you how many screwdrivers I ran for Gavin and Dan of Slow Mo Guys fame, and Michael, also of Achievement
Right.
Hunter. I also bought Gavin and Dan a pizza that I never got reimbursed for, so you motherfuckers owe me some pizza.
Yeah, Gavin and Dan.
The slow-mo
Send
guys.
us some goddamn pizza.
Slow-mo
Slow-mo
guys are on the call-out list.
You motherfucker.
They're-
You
they're-
on the call-out list?
They're paying you back. It's just in slow-mo. So.
Oh yeah, so I'll get it in 10 years from now. They'll finally hand me a $15 bill. No, they finally hand me $15.
Fuck, 10 years from now. I want the pizza goddamn now.
Hey, I hate to break it to you, but when I bought that pizza was 7 years ago, so you're probably not
Shit.
getting it.
Inflation.
Yeah, it's a
Shit.
pizza
That's
investment.
$30 now.
So it'll
Yeah,
show
30,
up when
not
you
50.
most.
Hey,
That's
Gavin and
needed.
Dan from Slow-Mo Guys. Yo, Chris, $30.
Or five Little Caesars
$30.
pizzas,
or 5 Little
motherfuckers.
Caesars pizzas.
Jesus Christ.
Let's make it
Your
us.
choice.
We're a
They're
group
from
now.
England. They don't know what Little Caesars is.
Well, they fucking
Fuck
better
'em.
figure it out, motherfuckers.
Yeah, figure it out. Welcome to America, asshole.
Roundhouse your ass,
Figure
you.
this shit out.
You fucking English motherfuckers.
Hey, does the Revolutionary War ring a bell?
Oh my God.
Ding, ding, ding. Pow, pow, pow. Bitch.
Does the Boston Tea Party ring a bell?
Boston Tea Party, these
Hey, check-
nuts,
hey,
bitch.
Check the prices on your Arizona tea. It ain't $1 there. It's a fucking $1 here, though.
Fun fact, Arizona tea is made in Mexico. What?
That's not
How
a
much
very
does it
Chris, what
cost in
kind of
Mexico,
mics we
then?
use?
What?
How much does it cost in Mexico?
Behringer.
I bet it's
I don't
more.
know.
Yeah.
Or less?
I don't know.
I bet it's
Um,
more.
But it is made
Can
in
we see?
Mexico.
I wonder if we can Google that.
I don't know.
Because it's how much in England? It's like $2 or $2 something.
For what?
Well, it's probably a
Arizona?
pound,
For the-
but a pound
yeah,
is
for
worth
the Arizona-
$1.50.
The dollar teas.
Fuck, I got a
Fuck
lot of
the
pounds,
pounds.
Chris.
Heyo.
Gavin and Dan are actually
fat
very
joke.
nice people, though. So I would, they can
You would
give me their
encourage
pizza
them
whenever.
to keep up their nice streak and
Yeah.
pay you back.
Yeah, they could. They can give me that pizza whenever they want. It's up to them.
No, we're hungry.
I just want.
We want to ride your coattails
just-
too.
I just want to hold your diamond play button.
Speaking
Can
of,
I-
hey, Matt, what pizza did you get from Little
I
Caesars
fucked
tonight?
my knee.
Was that a stuffed crust?
Yes, it was.
Like cheese?
Pepperoni.
No, like
Or
cheese stuffed
cheese
crust.
stuffed crust. Yeah.
Mm.
What else?
Just
is
stuffed with pepperoni.
crust stuffed with
Chris,
pepperoni.
what time are we at? I know it's my job, but I forgot to start.
We're at 30.
We're at 31 on the recording, but we didn't start until about probably 5 minutes in because Matt was
All
upstairs
right.
making shots.
What's your first topic, Chris? What is?
Well, I said
what's the thing you wrote down?
So I was not going to come here with a topic. I was specifically. Where the fuck?
It was in the fucking couch.
I spawned a pen. I don't know where this pen came from because that's the only
He
other
just
pen
keeps
that
pulling out
There was one in
pens.
my pocket. Wait, what the fuck?
That is a conspiracy.
I'm like the worst clown ever.
Oh, there's-
Brenden
hold
wants
on.
conspiracy theory podcast.
Oh,
What? Nobody said fuck Obama.
Yeah, you did.
I said ba 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 ba.
Oh,
Holy shit.
What kind of fucking
Wow.
subliminal messaging are you
Wow.
hearing?
I swear to God.
No wonder you're so obsessed with conspiracies.
No.
Jesus
Hold
Christ.
on. Hold on.
Oh, God.
Get the fuck out
yeah,
of here
where
with
did
that
fuck
shit.
Obama
He said it.
I got nothing
Swear
against
to
Obama.
God.
Dude's smooth as fuck.
Fucking said it.
I wrote down a lot of things actually.
Do you need
today.
your reading glasses?
Old fuckers.
As Chris looks
Read
at
it.
it from a distance.
Well, it's just where it was already.
What the-
Jesus Christ.
Dad,
What?
you're spawning
What
more
the-
notebooks?
You
Joel,
just- this came out of my
grab it
pocket.
and hand
Which
it
one's
to
your
me.
There's
diary?
another notebook right there.
Which one's the
Uh,
diary? Read us your diary
This is
entries.
kind of a diary.
Read us your diarrhea.
Damn.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Today I
You already
had
read my
diarrhea.
manifesto.
Dear,
What the fuck else do you want?
Dear diary, today I had
Jesus, you write
diarrhea.
another book in there?
What? No,
Another
these are just
fucking
random
German
things that I wrote
children's
down.
book.
Wow.
I said, I'm in class/school/training all week, and it blows because it does. I'm in training all week, 9 to 5 every day.
Cry.
Um,
Cry.
Don't.
I haven't followed current events at all lately, so I've got no topics I care to talk about, except for they put a stoplight on the street that I take to avoid the other street with all the bullshit on it.
Maybe you should tweet about it.
I did.
I know you did.
Yeah.
You tweet about everything. in
They
life.
put a stoplight on Cape Hart at 72nd, which
Hold
is the
on.
road I take to
Temporary?
84th
I have a question.
to get
permanent?
around 370. It's temporary, but there's gonna be a stoplight there. They're building the shit up.
72nd
Question.
Cape Hart?
Yep,
Yeah, it's a busy area.
it's gonna be.
Where's the other podcast at?
Which other one? There's two.
What?
It's in
The
China.
one that you were supposed to upload this
Oh,
week.
is he on another
Uh,
podcast?
No, the one that was
What?
that I was supposed to upload this week,
Are
which
you
actually was
cheating?
last week. No,
What's
Cheater.
their name?
I have been on one other podcast.
Wild card.
What
Wild
is
What
card.
the
their
fuck?
name?
Wild card. Read his Twitter.
This
bio.
is horse shit. We need money from him.
What's their name?
No, I had a I was on a podcast, did not run it. I was a guest on
Bullshit.
a podcast.
Say-
Bullshit.
Say their
5 years ago.
goddamn name.
It was the RTX Guardians podcast.
Oh,
Anarchy.
Oh, really?
Anarchy.
Or were they
Yeah.
just
Anarchy.
better than us?
No, hold on.
Oh,
hold-
whoa, whoa, whoa! How
Brennan.
don't you just go marry them?
Yeah.
I was on that podcast
damn
before I
it.
knew any of you existed.
Yeah.
So you guys can go
Yeah,
fuck yourselves.
right.
Well, where's our podcast now?
Bullshit.
It ain't on
Well,
fucking anything
do
we
you-
upload to.
Do you want the podcast where Billy, Matt, and I sat here and drunkenly slurred at each other until we decided that we were done talking and then went home?
Oh, that's a good. No.
So, or you want the other one that we recorded last week, which I don't
Last
even
week.
remember what we
Last
did.
week.
So you want just a gap in there then. So last week's episode usually, the previous week's episode usually goes up on the day that that we record.
Use the week you guys sat there for a mini shot. So, and
It was
then
mini shot.
use
It was
the
an
one
hour long.
to fuck, split it up. Don't give a shit.
yeah, fuck it, fuck.
I'll
give
see
a
if there's
shit.
anything usable in there. I think we mostly argued about where the geographic center of
Okay,
Omaha
so
was,
if
which we did last
nothing-
week. So
So if nothing's usable, then just
Scrap it.
save it, and then move on to this
Next one.
past weeks.
okay.
Uh,
So
It's-
one of the
it's
other
Wednesday,
things,
my dudes.
one of the other things that I wrote down in here, this was for myself, was
Buy toilet paper.
Well, I do actually really need toilet paper.
We're using napkins.
We don't have napkins.
I've done that before.
Let
or
me s-
paper towels.
Paper towels, yeah.
Tissues.
No, we don't
nope,
have
we
any.
don't have any of those.
I always make
Sarah
sure
called me before I came in here. She's like, "What else do we need?" She listed all the things.
I
all the
always
things with
have
toilet
I
paper.
always have tissues just in case. Like I always buy extra tissues.
No, the tissues are for something else.
What?
Jesus Christ, masturbation.
That's what I use.
Um,
That's actually where I use toilet paper for that instead of tissues. 'Cause I don't have tissues. Or I just
Interesting.
jerk off in the shower, which we've discussed already.
Interesting.
I wrote.
It's like new ideas.
I
Oh,
wrote
I've never heard of this. What's a masturbate?
how to PP and VJ. I wrote Saturdays are for editing the boys, so I'm going to try to make sure that I stick
Yeah.
to a
Don't
yeah,
lie to us.
sure.
consistent schedule of
Mhm.
editing on
Yeah, are
Saturdays.
you gonna
We'll-
find time
we'll
between this and
fucking
another
figure it out.
podcast you're on?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the
Yeah.
other podcast you're on? You
I'm
dick?
not on another podcast, you
Yeah.
fuckface.
I feel like you're cheating.
I was on a single episode of a single podcast 5 years ago.
Can we check your text?
What? No.
Snapchat,
I'm
It's not
pulling,
your
I'm
goddamn
pulling your
business.
fucking phone records.
Instagram
That's
DMs?
bullshit.
Twitter DMs, your Tumblr.
The only thing on my Twitter DMs right now is me, my brother, and his friend sending each other back and forth the I forced a bot to watch 1,000 hours of XYZ thing, and this is what it came up with. We just send each other that. Like, whoever sees it first, that's where it goes. That's my Twitter DMs pretty much in a nutshell right now.
Brendan, I was just scrolling through Twitter, and
no.
your
What did she do?
girlfriend
What did she do?
posted a
Hold on.
picture of a new piece of artwork that is now hung up in your home.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Let me
Of
see.
your
You
dog.
know about it?
Yeah.
Of
What?
your dog.
Let me see
Yeah.
this. Let me see this.
It is amazing.
Let me
Hey,
see this.
Hey, real quick, I had a thought.
I don't follow your girlfriend on Twitter.
So,
Well, yeah,
Chris,
frickin'.
you saying that you were in a podcast
Where'd you get
five
that?
years ago?
She found it on
That
the internet.
made
It's a
us
website.
like
that is amazing.
crazy
Ask her,
girlfriend.
'cause I
Yeah.
am
You did
getting
what with
What
who 5 years before we
Two
got with each
dogs.
What
other?
the fuck is wrong with
It's
you?
fucking hanging up downstairs
That's good.
in between the
Oh,
fucking
Lord.
mountains.
It's fucking huge.
I'm getting that shit and I'm putting it downstairs. Two pictures with a fucking duck in the middle.
Crowns and paws or pawsandcrowns.com.
All right, all right, all right.
Crown and paw.
Crown and
Shit.
paw. Crown
Yeah.
and
I'm
paw.
out.
So Joel mentioned the crazy girlfriend thing. Like, what the
TV
fuck,
timeout.
dude? I haven't dealt with that in like
60
a
seconds.
minute.
That's funny as fuck, though. Like, he was like, I was in a podcast
Did you
5
see
years
how
ago, and we're
confused
like,
he was?
Well, you're actually trying to take a time out because I'll stop talking if you are.
yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah, we're taking a time out. Stop talking.
Wow, it's fucked up.
No, but we were legit like crazy girlfriend. He was like 5 years ago. I was like, who? Where were you 5 years ago?
Can we read your texts?
I didn't know who you were, but tell me what you were doing.
Let me see your Twitter DMs. Like, what the fuck?
Who is that bitch, Chris?
Oh,
I just
shit.
want to know.
Yeah, we just
We want to know if we're anything like her.
You want to
or
see my
them.
Twitter DMs? Let's look at it.
Paws and crown,
Are
crown
we
and
better?
paws. All right.
Crown
deal.
and paw.
Do they only do dog pictures?
No, they'll do any. I think any. I
Me, I'm
don't
s-
take my word for it, but yeah. So a picture showed up that was like I don't know, 10 by, I don't know what. It's about this big. Here, podcast, you can see this, right? It's about this big.
It's about like a 4
And
by
then it
4.
wasn't big enough, so she ordered a bigger one, and it's like a canvas. And she's like, oh, I wasn't going to tell you. I was just going to hang it up and see if you saw it. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to notice that. There's a medieval
That's pretty
dog
cool. It is pretty
hanging
cool,
on
though.
my wall. Yeah, it's different.
So my Twitter DMs are the one that I told you about. My brother and my friend and I, or my
Yep.
brother, his friend and I, talking about the
Your
bot.
peepees.
The next person is Joel. Sent me SpongeBob facts tweet.
Why would you do that? What?
My buddy Mevins, who is I
who's
had a
that?
political discussion with him. Michael Evans.
Mhm.
He's somebody from my other group of friends.
Oh, you have other
Are you
friends?
cheating on us, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, they were my friends first. So really,
Oh,
if anything, I'm cheating on them
okay.
with you.
Yeah,
Oh.
So
yeah. Well, you
um,
tell them, motherfuckers,
that
that we're gonna meet up in the park
Kick
4
their
o'clock
fucking asses.
tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow after this airs.
They
We're
live in the
coming
north.
for you.
They live in the north.
Oh, they live in the northeast.
They're not coming here.
So they better come to us,
Frick the
motherfuckers.
northeast.
They're-
Come to our hometown, bitch.
They go to another school. You wouldn't know them.
How do you know? I know a lot of fucking people.
You don't know. You
Well,
met
yeah.
one of them.
Trace knows fucking everybody.
Actually, somebody wasn't here. One of the people who were here were not here when Paul was in town.
I wasn't.
Paul Revere.
I
It
know.
was-
Paul.
Wait. Was it for a podcast or was he just here?
No,
He was just here.
Oh, okay, I was here.
I was here.
Yeah.
I
It
know.
might have
Paul.
been Joel.
So go fish.
I knew it was somebody. I didn't claim it was you. I knew you were here.
I
You know
remember
who
Paul.
was. Then it wasn't Brendan.
You just saying
Brendan
that.
wasn't here.
No,
I
he
was here. I
It had
No,
to.
he brought him.
It
on
was
for
Matt.
Zach.
Matt wasn't at his own house.
Well, then you were all here.
I remember him. You brought him.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just record a podcast.
Billy
with them,
probably
He was in your
wasn't
wedding,
fucking
wasn't he?
here.
yeah,
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 he's the
I remember.
half, 1/3 black guy. who
quarter
uses
black.
the
1/3. What kind of math are you
One
doing
third.
over there?
Well, yeah, one of his 3 parents.
N-word.
So one of his 4 parents, you're saying?
Yeah,
there were only 3.
Yeah, you said 1/4.
Not a math guy.
grandfather was black. So the next from down from Joel was Taylor, who is another RTX guardian. She sent me a tweet about
Careful.
somebody
Are we on lists
Blowjobs.
again?
Just
talking about NPCs. It said, I have NPC energy because most of my replies consist of, okay, nice, hell yeah, no, yes, random garbage, thank you so much, fuck! And this is more reasons I'm an NPC. If I stand still for too long, I start doing idle animations. Will only talk to people if they start conversation first. My walking speed is too fast to be walking and too slow to be running. If you talk to me too many times, I start repeating dialogue. If you do a small favor for me, I will follow you around without questions. I will drop a lot of exposition if you ask. Sometimes I get stuck on doors. You may stand in a straight line from me holding a corpse, but it's more than 10 meters, so I will not notice. Low health points.
That's hilarious.
And I said, I'm an NPC. I was like, holy shit, I'm an NPC. We'll drop lots of exposition if asked, which is pretty much just my life in a nutshell.
That's definitely you.
A thread from CenturyLink Help, because I was bitching about when the fuck I'm going to get fiber in my neighborhood.
Fuck,
have fiber
that's
yet?
on me.
No, never.
I don't even have regular CenturyLink in my neighborhood.
Really?
I'm in the middle of goddamn Omaha.
What the?
Yeah,
You're on
'cause
the
they were
north
like,
side of
hey,
Omaha.
They were like,
So
hey,
you live at like 106th and
God damn it.
100, you're
or-
so far off.
No, wait, what did
No.
we say? 108th and Pacific, right?
Oh,
100
yeah.
Well, I think we decided
Central.
Old Mill technically is kind of because it's like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
north. It's
Yes.
more biased to the north now.
Yep.
But when I moved, CenturyLink's like, hey, come over to us. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what are your prices? And they're like,
Same.
we don't actually offer you
Matt,
service.
you did this shit with me.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, got this
Actually,
price for
when
life.
I went to sign
got this
Trace
shit.
up for CenturyLink Internet for his house, I ended up getting $15 off of my bill and faster internet in the end. But
then I never got it.
But didn't get him any internet.
because they didn't have it in
Yeah.
my neighborhood.
I still get ads and stuff. They're like, hey, CenturyLink in my mail. And I'm like,
That's bullshit. Why
Quite.
wouldn't they cover the whole like
right.
La Vista,
Well-
Ralston area?
Well, then you're like, oh, so I go to sign up for, the fucking, what'd you call it?
Fiber?
Chris? Fiber, yeah.
I brought.
It took me a minute. I go to sign up for it.
It's that fancy word you used.
Cystic
Fibre.
What is-
fibrosis.
What is
That's-
that? What is
that's
that word?
Not it. CenturyLink Fiber.
I go to sign up for the fucking thing, and they're like, oh, we won't have fiber till like 2019.
Uh-oh.
I'm like,
This year's your
what
year.
the fuck?
Oh, he's moving.
What the fuck do you mean?
That's
and
tomorrow.
I am moving.
That's
Get
tomorrow.
the fuck out of here.
Wait, that's
Like,
tomorrow.
fuck you. Why are you telling me you're going to have fiber that late, but you're giving me a fucking offer right now? Well, we can charge you the same amount for like 40 down. What?
So CenturyLink
Get
regularly
the fuck out of here.
CenturyLink regularly advertises their fiber in my neighborhood, and the most I can get from them is 20 meg, which isn't even
That's
their best
fucking
service outside of
horseshit.
fiber. That's the best they can do
Sue
over
'em.
DSL where I live.
Telling you.
Fiber makes me.
I'm
Probably
curious.
get a
I
lot
should
of
almost
money.
just sign up for fiber just to see if they actually would put it in my
You
want to
know something? Back
They
in
would.
high
Is
back
it
in high school in the
this
morning
area?
when I walked to school, I would eat a Fiber Plus bar, and I would have to shit my brains out, and I hated pooping
At
at
least it was
school.
a solid
Hey,
shit.
wait a minute,
It
wait a
was
minute, wait a
fucking
minute.
horrible.
So you would shit your brains out after eating a Fiber One bar. Would you say that you had great bandwidth?
Yeah, yeah.
His ping was pretty low.
I,
too.
fe- I felt great, but I had to
shit.
shit my fucking brains out.
Yeah. That's that low ping, hitting the water, and then it hits you right back.
Well, let's say low peen, just to
Oh,
Just-
doing your 20 seconds and your low peen. I don't know how I can compete with that.
What part was that?
I hope that's the
Oh.
sound clip.
Oh, fuck.
It
We
was
have
I'm
no
gonna make sure.
fart sound clip.
It was pretty
don't.
quiet.
I'll get it.
Hey
What
McCoy,
are you-
where'd you get your polo at?
I thought that was a setup.
I didn't answer.
Fart
I was waiting
noises.
for Trace to just start talking.
Insert fart noises here.
You should have done it. Somebody
fuck.
did that to The Rock, though. Someone, you know how he used to. You know how he used to be like, "Hey, what's your name?" Nobody cares what your name is.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, "Hey, what's this?" And he's like, "Well, nobody cares." And he's like, "Oh, you got me good." So he's walking away, right? And he's like, "Hey, when's your birthday?" And the guy starts to talk. He's like, "Nobody gives a fuck when your birthday is."
So
Damn.
I work with a
Walking
guy,
away.
older guy, and he'll say something, and then like whatever he says, like if he thinks it's bullshit, he'll throw his hand over his like upper lip and go like a fart joke.
Wait, that's you. That's your. Did you teach him that?
is
no,
you.
he
That
taught
is you.
he taught me
Yeah,
that.
Okay.
bullshit.
He'll say something and then
That's
go.
all you.
Like, it's the funniest fucking thing.
Joel does it with a little bit more gangsta-lean though, because it never is like right above
He'll
his
say
head.
he'll say all these facts and then go.
I work with a kid that has so many fucking stories.
Oh, this guy again?
Yeah, so
Chris?
many
You work with
fucking
Chris?
stories.
Ah!
Do
No.
they go on and on?
Dude,
Oh,
oh,
man.
no,
That's
they're
funny for
fu-
cheating on us.
My
They're
stories aren't good.
funny.
Hey, wait a minute.
They're funnier than fuck. This kid's like, one time when I was 16, I dated a 60-year-old who owned a golf course, and we were like, "What the
Hey,
fuck
are
is
you
going
guys
on?"
really good friends?
Who?
Because you tell the fuck out of some stories sometimes.
No, he fucking
You
I'm-
think he's a storyteller, and I think
Jesus
you're a
Christ.
storyteller. So this dude must be like fucking
no.
what's his name?
I don't-
Morgan Freeman,
Joel-
fucking
Joel.
rambling.
I don't think
rambling.
this guy is.
Joel, you would be literally probably on the floor crying.
Literally.
Does he
crying.
go
I
really
cried.
into detail?
I'm sure that his stories are probably
Kind of.
embellished a bit.
I asked him. I was like, "So is this all fucking true?" He's like, "I've done a lot in my life." I'm like, "Jesus
That
Christ!"
wasn't a yes or
you're,
no.
You're from a small
old is
town.
he?
21.
How much could he have done in his
21.
I
life?
don't know,
21.
but this motherfucker has some funny ass stories.
Hey, anybody? What's 9 plus 10?
21.
You stupid.
Bueller. Bueller.
The thing that's frustrating for me
21?
is that I'm way funnier at work than I am on this podcast.
Well, why?
Well,
I don't
You're
know.
cheating on us again. That's twice.
Why,
You need to
Chris?
fucking-
Why?
Why?
Why are you
First,
holding out
I was
on
gonna
us?
ask if you were the boss and they were just being nice to you.
No, not at all. I am.
Damn.
I'm the furthest from being
Why?
the boss.
Why are
in my
you
work.
so dry?
Oh,
I don't know, man.
Damn.
oh, you
Joel wants you to
ashy.
get wet for him.
Oh, you ashy.
Yeah, I probably
Get
need
wet
to
for
like
me. You ashy as
need
fuck.
to,
You
know,
dusty.
play with it a little bit
You
first.
dusty.
You dusty.
You need to tell me, set me a scenario here. Then maybe I'll get a little bit wet.
You're
Paint
in
me a
the-
picture.
You're in the shower.
Something goes wrong
You
at
just
work
look
and you have
down.
to go into your IT center.
You just look down and you notice
You
my
fucking
pubes are
nerd.
red.
That was 4 years ago.
That's a
and
callback.
I feel like he does
I was-
that
oh,
anyway.
yeah, yeah. No, not every day. Because again,
It's
the lighting in my
It's the
shower isn't
lighting.
good
Yeah,
enough to
see,
know.
I told you it's the lighting.
The lighting in my
lighting.
shower is not good enough to know that I was a full
Christ.
ginger, except for my head
Oh,
hair.
Jesus.
I can't imagine.
I said
I
that so.
can't,
4
I
years
can't
ago.
tell you
Beard
how
hair?
how surprised I would be if I looked down and my pubes were red. That would scare
Yeah,
the
imagine
fuck
my
out
surprise.
4 years ago. So you were like, what, 40 at that time?
Yeah, roughly.
When you figured this
Thereabouts.
out and you were like,
Yeah.
oh.
Hey, he's
Somehow.
probably
How can
like
you
38.
go-
Let's
Hey.
give it to him.
Hey, you're catching up to me, old man.
Hey,
How
real-
can-
Holds on to the handrail, gets out of
Damn.
the shower.
Yeah, I get off of my shower seat real quick,
Matt
and then I
was
open
first,
the
though.
the bathtub that has
Matt's
the door in
birthday
it.
came
Yeah.
first,
Hell
and then
yeah.
Brendan's,
Hey, real
and then-
talk. I
Yeah,
can't.
but Matt doesn't give me shit about being old. Brendan does.
No, I just
I
pile
give a
on
shit
when somebody
about
else does.
Real
Yeah.
talk. I cannot wait till we're all grandpas. We're gonna be senile as fuck.
We're gonna be sitting around in the fucking old folks home
Can't
doing
wait to
this
shit my
bullshit.
pants. And it's
Yeah,
okay.
except for
Like,
we're going to be
nothing
acting
better
like it's
to
a
do.
podcast, but nobody's actually recording anything.
Like
We're
it's not
sitting around
even.
a table.
We're holding like
Cords.
toilet paper rolls and bullshit.
They're all
go
Nice. Chris, why didn't you edit
they're all
that
fake plugged
podcast?
in. Chris is late because he fell getting out of the bathtub. Son of a bitch.
The nurse is gonna walk up and be like, "Where the fuck did you guys?
How did
get
you guys
beer?
get in here?
Where'd you guys get fucking beer? What is this shit?"
It's water, damn it. I get what I want. I'm
And she'll be
You
like,
know when I was
she'll be like,
your
no, it's
age-
Bush Light, but close enough.
Oh. Don't you dare talk
Hey, don't
about our
talk shit
baby
about our
like
first
that.
sponsor. Get the fuck out of here.
Our first
Wait.
Ain't nobody sponsored us yet.
Yes,
I'm
we're
trying.
sponsored by
I'm
free
trying.
Top Water.
Yeah. I'll
Did I say top?
Top
water.
Top water.
hey, product idea.
Free
Let's just
top
fill bottles
water.
full of tap water and sell it.
What
Call
the
it top
fuck
water.
are you
It's
drinking
fancy
here?
tap water with
And
the
spell it
two, with the
TAP,
two
but
dots
the A has
above
an
it.
accent mark
I'm
on
drinking some Jameson and top water.
It sounds fancy. You better put your finger out, your pinky out while you're drinking. There you
While
go.
you're drinking it out of your
Oh, he's doing the rock symbol.
He's got top water, baby.
while you're drinking it out of your stolen Coca-Cola cup.
no,
Shut the
no,
fuck
it
up.
was not stolen. We were.
Oh, that's
given
right.
them.
You switched sponsors.
It was
Yes.
yes, it was given to me for free, along with the other 12 that I have.
You
Is that
know
not
what's
really
funny?
stolen, but you gave it to
Matt,
yourself for
is
free?
I have
Is that not the
no
same
idea
thing?
where mine are.
I have
I
so
don't
many
really
cups
put
like
no
that
idea.
stolen from the various restaurants that my
Mine's
wife
not
and my roommate
stolen.
have worked for.
I was told by the
I'm-
owner that I could take it.
That's
Yeah.
for free.
I'm just telling you that I
It's
have
free.
I have
It ain't
many of those
stolen.
cups that were stolen in my house.
You're a fucking thief.
Same.
Well, it wasn't me.
Get him.
You're
Book
a
him.
cheater.
It was-
Book
You're
him.
a thief.
You're
what
a
else
liar.
are you?
Take him downtown, boys.
You're just.
Cuff him.
I work downtown.
You're a cheater.
Oh yeah. What
So
corner?
Fucking
before we
cheater.
run
Where?
out of time, Trace,
Where?
I don't know if you started a timer after I told you what time we were at.
No,
you asked
Probably
me.
not.
Yeah,
I don't know
just-
why you
my
asked
phone
me if
just
you were.
We'll just guess.
Let's just
My
send
phone
We'll
it.
just go till we're done.
So it wouldn't
Send
matter.
it.
God, if we went till we were done,
Hey.
I would kill myself.
Du-
editing
hey,
that
double
podcast.
cast.
How about
Oh,
that?
frick.
I'm hungry and need to
Damn.
go.
Damn.
What time is it?
Just say it.
10
Why are you being
10
a
o'clock.
bitch?
9.
You don't want Applebee's. You're being a bitch.
I already
Oh.
ate. I planned
Not my
ahead.
problem. I couldn't have planned.
Not my
ahead.
problem. You didn't
Yeah, you
plan
could've.
ahead.
Not
How?
my problem.
by stopping at literally any of the 12 places to eat between where you
Damn.
were and my house.
12?
Damn.
I couldn't have
At least.
because I would have been late.
Damn.
Except you were already an hour early.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. It was at least
Damn.
like 30 minutes.
Hey, Trace, why aren't you wearing a headset?
Because I finished eating by the
Fuck
time
off.
anybody else showed up.
Anyway,
I would have been late.
so Joel, I think Joel,
Still wouldn't
right?
beat
This is your
Chris.
handwriting? Yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
Joel wrote in the topic book, the only person to write in the topic book, although to be fair, it didn't get really passed around. He said, life is kind of predetermined, ...
Hold on.
This
on.
is like a
Hold on.
philosophy
Hold on.
cast.
Go.
Hold on. Shh. Shh. Quiet.
This is what Joel thought.
That's
Joel thought.
that's-
Brought to you by Bush Light.
Jesus.
Or not, because I just talk shit on them.
kind of. So
All right, Joel. What's your Joel thought of the day?
I'm gonna
Wait,
need
didn't we
about.
say last time that we should get really high before we do this the next time, right?
I'm out. I'll
Probably.
get really drunk.
I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. All right.
I'll
So
do it.
yeah, me
we're,
too.
we're gonna need
He
about
winks. They both wink.
5 seconds of silence. Everyone
Okay.
just clear their mind. All right. I'm gonna
3.
count to 5 and then I'm gonna go off. No, I said 5.
Oh.
Ready? All right. Here we are. So
Weird.
the way that life is kind of predetermined. Think about this. I had this thought on my way home today.
Wait, time out. Weird.
Wait, turn the lights off.
Yep, lights off.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Oh,
that's
wrong
the
way.
exact opposite of lights off.
No, get those lights off.
You cocksuckers!
No, get those lights
But did you die?
Yeah. Did
All
you?
right, clear it.
Think about this. This has to go a long way with inventions, right? So an invention is
I can't wait
Shit,
to
we're
hear
going
how
way
you.
out here.
I
Okay.
can't wait to hear how you bring this back.
an,
But go on.
an invention is nothing until it becomes a thought, right?
Sure.
So as we sit here, think about how many unthoughts there have been that will develop society as a whole, which has already technically been a thing, but no one has yet discovered it. Right?
What?
Interesting.
Say
To
that
think
again.
so to think that life is predetermined. So there are things that exist that we have not yet thought of or discovered yet.
But they will exist no matter
But
what.
they will exist when someone finally has that thought. So like the way like Shark Tank, for example, when you jump on
Well,
Shark
yeah,
Tank,
yeah.
you have this invention or idea that no one else has yet had, and then it becomes a successful idea, and then you make shit ton of money off of it. But it did not exist until you had thought of it. But technically that
Right.
thought already exists, but the first person to that thought is the one that is successful with carrying out that thought.
So, Joel, what are your thoughts on inventions that were complete accidents, like cornflakes?
That was just an accidental thought.
What?
Well, no, it wasn't even a thought. He was trying to make something else, and that's what happened. It's cornflakes. And he's like, "Oh fuck, I can sell this." Well,
Well,
maybe that's the maybe
That
that's the-
motherfucker got lucky
yeah.
because it
Is
existed
it
already.
Any invention lucky?
Well,
No, whether it takes off is lucky.
technically, you say,
what
I don't
would
know.
Argue.
You can think of it how you want because technically it's just a thought until you put your mind to it and then make it successful. So technically, it's already there. You just have to discover that thought before you make it a real thing.
So are you saying that we all have thoughts in us that can make us a bunch of fucking money?
Technically, the thoughts are open to everybody, but the first one to that thought is the one that kind of has first rights to it.
Well, so I'm just curious. How does this mean that it's like predetermined then?
Well, so here's
Because
I
the
actually
thought
have a
is
story
there
about this.
already.
Because the thoughts already exist. They're somewhere. You just haven't thought of it yet.
Or
What the fuck?
or
What
You
if we
have the thought-
thought about it but never acted on it because we don't have the access to
It's
act
still
on it?
there, but it hasn't happened. Like I've had so many thoughts for like inventions or something that like needs to happen, but I've never acted on it. So I've had the thought, so I've technically discovered it, but I've never put it into action.
So
right, but the
you-
thing that blows my mind about that is that independently of you, 10 other people could have had the same thought.
They could have. So they've all
Right.
discovered the same thought, but it's whoever puts it into action is when it develops and then technically makes a progression through society.
So here, when I was in
So
Germany
what if it
and I was
fails
younger,
in society?
Then it's just a failure.
yeah.
But you,
But
you still had that thought and
You
tried to
still
make
had
it
that
work, but it didn't work.
invention.
Right. There have been probably
Well, then you're just the
hundreds
Cloudy
of
with a
people
Chance
that
of
have
Meatballs
tried to
guy.
make it work. Maybe let's say restaurant chains that have tried to make it work, but it's just unsuccessful. But other people have had different thoughts about different restaurant chains, and it's been successful.
Or things that were ahead of their time, and they tried them once, 30 years ago, and then they tried it again, and suddenly it was successful. The
Or
second
like,
time around.
or like for an
okay.
example, on Shark Tank, there was a guy. They're not like roller skates, but you hook your shoes into them and they wheel you around. They're not.
those were a thing 20 years ago.
They're not like Heelys technically.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
it.
reason the
Heelys.
Sharks didn't invest in that is because they thought it was like ahead of our time. And they were like, we're not going to use that at this point because no one uses that for travel. But in the future, if that is something that catches on, like the thought's still there. So if it's something that catches on and it finally like takes fucking mass attention, then it's something that goes crazy.
Yeah,
let's
the
say for
sharks are gonna hate
Let's say,
themselves.
for example, like Lime scooters or
People are stealing
birds or
the
whatever. Like
batteries out
they
of
didn't
those.
exist till those fucking
How?
took over, and now people use the fuck out of those, and now it's very successful.
Yeah, 'cause
Same
somebody one day was like, I bet if I put a motor in this Razor scooter, I could sell it.
Same
to a
with
bunch of
bikes.
people."
I saw someone today that had like a motorized bike, and
Yeah.
dude was going uphill at like fucking
Yeah.
20 miles an hour, just cruising up the hill. And I was like, people that
You-
rode
you
bikes
can
for
rent 'em.
however long fucking rode those bikes, and you're pedaling uphill and this and that. But the moment you put a motor on it or something, or have that thought to like either progress something further than it is, or something that doesn't exist, such as a new invention.
You know what sucks is that I don't know if this has ever happened to you guys, but I thought of something when I was younger. I played some street hockey. I never learned how to skate, and nobody else that I knew had skates. We all just played on foot, but we played with a ball, right? And I was like, it'd be really cool if we could play with a puck, but pucks don't slide very well on concrete. What if the puck had little wheels?
And
in
they
it?
made those.
Well, I didn't know they
had
made those. The next day, I went to the fucking store and there was one hanging there, and I was like, God damn it! This was like at age 9 is like one of my first introductions.
So someone
to,
had
like,
that thought
how
before you
brutal
did.
the world was.
They
Yeah.
reached that thought before you did.
Yeah. Well
Right.
before I did, because they had it was made by Franklin. Like they had clearly like somebody had packaged it,
Done their
and-
fucking research.
right. So it wasn't just like no name brand; it was like a major brand of
Well,
hockey.
somebody
No.
probably said something to them, and they were like, "Fuck, we can make that."
But like, think about it. In the future, there will be a thought for something that doesn't even sit on the ground.
So here's another kind of tangent Joel thought. That experience is what makes me paranoid that other people can hear what I'm thinking, even to this day.
Already? That will exist in the future, I feel like.
Welcome to your fucking cell phone,
Like-
brother.
Well, no, like thinking. Like,
Yeah.
not even saying.
No.
But like, sometimes I'll
think
sit in a
about-
room full of other people and I'll just think something really loudly
And then
in
it
my
happens.
head. No, I'll like scream in my head and see if anybody reacts to it, just to see if anybody can actually hear me.
To say, what the hell?
Chris,
going
I
on?
think you're fucking insane.
That's
No,
wild.
no. Because if you think about it, sometimes even if you're on the internet and you don't
Who knows,
Google
dude?
it, you don't Google it or do anything, and you're just thinking about it. Like if we're just talking about it, even if you just sit there by yourself and you're scrolling through Facebook, and you think about, let's say, what Joel said. Let's say it's like, oh, a book for inventing things. All of a sudden, and you didn't talk to anybody, and you didn't like
Say
say
it
it
out
out loud.
Yeah.
They fucking know.
Yeah.
See,
I don't know who
that's
they
what, like-
is, but they fucking know.
So
they do it
the
based on
thought,
what you interact
the
with.
thought
Right.
exists somewhere, just no one has discovered that thought yet.
Do
Yeah.
you think we'll be able to?
So you're like on the Doctor
communicate-
Who, like,
It's
timeline.
somewhere.
There's
it's
certain
somewhere,
amounts of-
just someone has not discovered or thought about it yet.
well, so in
But
Doctor
do you think
Who,
we'll be able to
it's-
communicate between brainwaves rather than like speaking?
I feel like that will be a thing eventually.
Like
Yeah.
we'll
We've
just-
talked about that before.
Mm-hmm.
right, but we'll just sit here and speak without speaking. Does that make
and
sense?
then we'll have to figure out how to record us speaking to each other
Right.
with our brains.
put a fucking microphone.
It'll be the
in
same
your
thing,
head.
just without vocalization.
Yeah. Well, what would your voice sound like if you weren't vocalizing it?
Well,
The
your
same voice in your
sounds
head.
different to you than everybody else.
So, do you think the voice in your head is different than the voice coming out of your mouth?
It is
Yes.
absolutely. But the thing is, and that's a proven fact, you hear it differently in your own head.
Because mine
but,
can
like,
be very like British, pissed
Yours?
off,
You have a British guy.
or
What the
very,
fuck is that?
or well, no,
is
I
that?
mean it depends on what you're doing.
No, he
Like,
doesn't
how
mean
you're
he doesn't
doing.
mean your head voice. He means like when you speak, the way you hear your own voice.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I feel like when I talk in my head, it's
But
the
at the
same voice
same
that comes
time-
out, but
yeah,
it's a different way of thinking versus when it's vocalized.
The weird thing is, I don't think I hear a vocalization in my head when I think.
Sometimes when
things.
you guys don't speak, do you guys just like listen to yourself,
Hell yeah.
like talk to yourself, but not
Hell,
say? Like,
I talk to
not
myself
even
all the
with Your
time.
words, like not even moving your lips, just sit there. And
I think that's incredible to listen to people talk
Yeah.
and have a discussion in your head. Because the moment someone talks, you have a thought in your head.
right.
To where someone could be talking and you're like, wow, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like the moment someone opens
Half
their
the
mouth to
time that's
speak,
the
God,
thought
I did
have.
that
the
a
moment
lot.
someone
Yeah.
opens their mouth to speak, you're
You're
like,
like,
what the
Jesus,
fuck
this-
are you talking about?
This fucking guy again. What the fuck do you want?
But the moment that becomes public, you're like, ooh, I'm in trouble.
That's why I'm worried about people hearing my thoughts.
Fuck. Who gives a shit?
I
So-
do,
Tell
kind
people
of.
the truth.
So at that point, if thoughts were open to everybody, the whole world would be fucked because everyone could hear a thought.
If thoughts
and you
were
could
open to
never
everybody,
invent your
I
own
would
thing.
have killed myself 10 years ago. That is a fact.
Damn.
But let's say it's not every thought. Let's say it's just certain thoughts
This
that
is
become
where we put the
vocalized.
Is
suicide
it-
prevention hotline.
Is it a random thought? Like, you know, you could be thinking a whole bunch of stuff and you're safe, and then suddenly you think one really fucked up thing, and that's open to the
Let's
public.
say you have your personal
Right.
thoughts, but the moment you have like a creative thought, that becomes vocalized.
What? Okay,
that
but
would probably be
that's
all right
dumb,
unless somebody steals
though.
my thing.
No,
I feel like
no,
that's
no,
what Twitter is
dumb.
already.
Yeah, but you're not.
Some
telling
people
what
use
you're
Twitter that way.
creating, because if you do create something that actually really works and is really good, you're not gonna fucking post it on Twitter.
Sure, you will.
No,
Sometimes
you
do
won't.
things 'cause
Get the
you
So
fuck
don't.
out.
just out of
You eventually will.
Well, yeah, after you create it.
Yeah, but that's what Twitter is now. It's just people vocalizing their thoughts immediately.
Yeah, a lot of people. A
Because
lot
it's
of people
immediately
use
accessible.
Twitter to be just
I
a
hardly use Twitter.
just a constant stream
Well,
of consciousness.
Our
and it's
president
probably the
does, and
worst
that's
thing
what he
about it.
uses it for.
Only to
Yeah.
piss off Chris. Is the
So
only
in
reason
my
I use
mind,
Twitter.
just out of curiosity, how much knowledge do you guys have on like patents?
I know that
Zero.
it is
Because-
fucked up enough to have an entire like section of law
Because
devoted to
right,
it.
because I know nothing about patents.
It should
but
be pretty straightforward, but it's not.
I am curious to how that started, to how they were like, if you have an idea, you have to go through this process to be the only one to have that single idea. But at the same time, how are you able to trademark something that you say?
Fucking
where if
Happy
you make a
Trademark is
quote-
trademark.
Trademark is totally separate from patents.
How? It's like the same thing.
It's not.
No, yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Trademark is like a phrase or a quote.
Trademark is
Trademark-
No,
Like
a trademark is a mark that identifies your products in your trade.
So if
Yep.
the Kool-Aid Man said, "Oh yeah," no one else can
That is
use
a
that because that's a trademark.
It's trademark.
No.
But a patent would be
If
if
you are
invented
using
something,
it-
no one can use the same techniques to invent.
But
what you
here's the
invent.
thing, though. If you are a company that makes tools and you just randomly make a tool and in your commercial you say, "Oh yeah," Kool-Aid can't sue you for that.
Because you're not in the same
infringing.
industry.
You're not infringing on their Kool-Aid
same
usage of
industry.
"Oh yeah."
Right.
No,
Nobody. It
How
has
come
to
you
do
don't
with
get sued
that's
for
why it's
singing
called-
Happy Birthday?
That's why, because
that's copyright.
copyright,
which is totally
which is
separate.
different.
But
A trademark is a mark that signifies your position in your
Yep.
trade.
But does anyone know why the process for getting a patent takes so long?
because
they
they
have to
want to make sure
verify
that
that-
you did it,
And,
And-
you're the only one.
and you
Yeah.
have to prove that
Well, not that you're the
this
only
is the
one,
way that
but
you did it. And so if
that it's
anybody else
unique.
does it exactly that way, then they can get in
so
trouble.
if
for it
you were to
kind of thing.
invent something, that would be why you have to file more than one patent.
Correct.
Because you have certain ways to do it, and you have to have a patent for, let's say, the material, patent for the way something else out of it is made, and vice versa.
right, and you might have a patent that actually has other unique things that you do. So you might have to file.
So you have to have 3 patents.
You
just
could have
for
a
the one
patent
thing
for
that you invent.
the certain type of nut, a patent for the certain type of bolt, and then a different patent for the thing that uses the nut and bolt to build it.
Brenden?
or even a patent for the way that you put
Grab
those
the-
nuts and bolts together.
Grab the
Like,
cord
that's
instead of the
something
fucking spring.
totally different. Because
Right.
Apple tried to, I don't remember if they tried to trademark or they tried to patent the generic
So essentially,
rounded
you try,
rectangle
you try
design
to
of their
patent,
phones. And
you
they
patent the
sued Samsung.
prototype,
Right.
100%, yeah.
but then so there are people that go off of that patent to create their own offshoot.
But
Sure.
they wouldn't be able to make money off
But
of
it's
that
a different
because
way. So that's like name brand versus
If
like
it
great
was
value.
significantly
Yes.
different.
So it's the same thing, but it's different.
Well,
or
it's
like,
like-
how you have
well,
cereals that are brand name, but you
Well-
have the same thing that's like Honey O's when they're really Honey Nut Cheerios.
Fuck, it's like Grey Goose and Kirkland's vodka.
Well,
It's brewed at the same factory.
yeah, that's
Distilled.
the
but-
thing with
Distilled,
your
sorry.
example, Trace, is that that's literally the same thing.
They are
Literally,
the same thing.
it's
It's
literally
just they
rebranded.
have legal
they
ability
have a
to
license.
change the
It's
label that
licensing
says what's
is what
on
it
it.
is.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's what that's called.
Is that
licensing.
with money or
What's
is that
Joel's?
with
It's with money.
Filization?
So Kirkland, Costco pays money to Grey Goose to make them a vodka that they put the Kirkland brand on.
it's
They
very similar
license-
that they make their own?
They license the recipe essentially,
No, it's
or
the
they
same
pay them
vodka.
a
And they
royalty.
license them to make that recipe of
Right.
vodka and
So-
put a
Right.
different label on
So
it.
is
Right.
there
So what
a
Joel's talking
reason that
about
there's a
is-
commercial for Grey Goose, but there's never a commercial for Kirkland vodka?
Yes.
No, because
no,
Costco
they-
doesn't advertise.
They've just
Costco
never put
does
since
that
they,
money
since
into
they
it.
are legally paying for them to make it and put their label on it,
They
they
are
can
allowed
do
to
anything
advertise
that
it.
they want with it.
Yep.
It's just
They have-
Costco doesn't advertise like that. So
Right.
Right.
They've bought it. So what Joel's talking about, so what Trace is talking about is licensing. What Joel's talking about is actually a lot of those brands are that like the General Mills. They just have their Lucky Charms and then they have the Magic Stars. They own both of those brands. They just sell a value version of the same thing. So that's not necessarily the same because the same company is making both products. The other thing that Joel was talking about is as far as like being able to create something that's similar to somebody else and then but something that somebody already has a patent on would be like if you can do the same thing but do it a different way, then you could write your own patent for that. And that's, I mean, during the early stages of smartphones, like now smartphones are all having a pissing contest over their fucking cameras and their screens.
Right.
But for a while, it was the technology that was actually in the smartphone. So Apple and Samsung and Google and
Now
everybody
they're
else was
equal.
going. They were all going back and forth with different patents that do the exact same fucking thing.
But they're trying to be different.
But they were different patents, so they weren't getting in trouble with each other for things. And sometimes they would get in trouble with each other, like Apple sued Samsung, and I think it was they were trying to sue them for a trademark actually, which
And then
is different.
didn't they
but-
give them like they won like $1 million?
I think
or some
Samsung-
shit, and they gave them it in all
One of them
pennies.
paid and penny. Yeah.
No, I don't remember if that was a thing.
There was something like that.
But
I heard about that.
Samsung won that lawsuit because you can't trademark a rounded rectangle as being your product. That's just not unique enough. Which is why it's up to the courts to decide. Hey,
you're
did you
just
do
being petty.
right?
Versus,
Did you do something that was actually unique or actually a trade secret and somebody else infringed on it, or are you trying to like the Fine Brothers when they tried to trademark React?
Right.
And they got shit all over, as they rightfully should have gotten shit all over because how are you going to trademark a fucking like generic phrase like that?
especially when there's so many other.
That's an
channels
entire
that
genre
react
of
to-
YouTube videos.
Yeah.
You can't just like that'd be like if I tried to trademark the word car.
No, I'm going to trademark The Last Shot, but I'm not trademarking Last Shot. I'm trademarking podcast.
Yeah.
So nobody else can use podcast.
Yeah. I thought of it
That's
first.
what that would
fucking
be.
ridiculous.
No, that's
unachievable, so they
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And the courts would say, no, you can't trademark podcast. You can trademark your specific podcast.
So like you couldn't trademark the word the because everyone uses the word the.
Well, and
But if it was in your
what was
name,
it, King? Tried to trademark the word candy or something or Saga or something along those lines. The mobile game Candy Crush
Oh yeah.
a while ago. Zynga, was it?
No, it was Saga. It was Saga. Yeah.
They
Tried to for Candy Crush.
yeah,
Saga.
They tried to trademark a word that like you can't just trademark that. Like,
because it's
and
a
I mean they did
universal word.
trademark it. I think they did it, but as soon as somebody like challenged it, they lost in court.
Yeah.
As you expect them to, because that's just so ununique. Like it's just you can't do that.
So the same way, like this is, I think this happened with Robin Thicke. But if someone has a beat to a song, and someone uses the same one in a certain way, I think you can sue. Someone sued him, or he sued someone for using the same beat to the song that he had. Which I get. There's like remixes and instrumentals and versatile,
but
whatever.
generally you
There's an
get
entire
licenses.
section of like music copyright.
There
law
was
that has to do
something.
with
There was
sampling.
something where someone had used his and he had sued or whatever, and
Well,
Did he
and
lose?
I will say
It was the
No,
Queen
he
and
had-
Vanilla Ice.
he had
thing, too.
gotten sued because he had used a beat from a song from like the 1970s.
I will say that it is even in those cases
Marvin
when
Gaye
it
song.
sounds identical.
Yeah.
It is very, very, very difficult, especially if it's a smaller artist that's getting stolen from, for them to even
prove
attempt
it?
to challenge
Yeah.
anybody else in a court of law.
Yeah.
I know somebody personally that attempted to, like, one of the beats in one of his songs got stolen by a mainstream rapper, and
Fuck
Oh.
you, 2 Chainz.
when he started to,
Oh, this guy wasn't on the podcast, so we probably can't mention his name.
when
He was here last week or the week before.
No, he's never
No.
been here.
Oh, that's not the guy I'm thinking of.
he-
No, sorry.
uh,
I met him
tell
at
you
the bar
after.
once.
But he,
Yep.
yeah, you have. He
Fuck you,
like
2
was
Chainz.
looking into trying to pursue legal action because
so
it was
expensive.
literally, yeah, it would have cost him. I don't know
More
how much
money
exactly
than
out
what he
of
would
it.
have made.
I mean, not maybe.
But if you were to
But-
post it and like sell it, you can
He
make
did
royalties
post it.
off of it. So then it would
He
be.
did post it,
That's the thing, right?
he had already posted it on SoundCloud.
and,
And
then
then-
they stole it from him.
But not his song. Let's say he were to post a beat.
That,
Could he
that's
put
what they
royalties on
posted.
it?
No, that's 100
No, that's what he did. He posted a beat,
on SoundCloud, and
2
the
Chainz
rapper
fucking
yeah,
stole it.
and used it in one of his
Songs.
that he produced
So
on his record.
You can sue him
For
for royalties,
not legally taking
right?
Yeah,
But
that beat.
but it is an
It's-
extremely difficult
But
process
It's
to
a
go
but
through.
let's
process
say if
that
2
will
Chainz
take
were to pay him
years.
for that, then it would have been 100%
then it would have been
legal.
fine. If he
Or
would
if
have said,
he
"Hey, I
had
want
even
your
said,
song,"
"Hey, can I use
Cool.
this?"
Right.
Whether there was money involved or not, as
So-
long as he had permission to use
So
it,
like
it would
on
be 100%
like on
fine.
Right.
YouTube, when you post a video but you don't own the rights to it, they can take it down like in a heartbeat
Yes.
because you're using something that's
Well,
not yours.
Yes.
Basically,
Same with
it's
songs
it's
and
borrowed
Well,
shit.
You can
you
post a
don't
lot
own
of
it.
shit on YouTube and get it taken down, even though it's totally legit
yeah,
for it to
talk
be
about
there. so.
guns or shoot something or whatever.
Well, but they have filters that go through and just pull out everything immediately because they want to back or cover their own asses. And then if it's
The
legit,
thing is
then
that they're
they'll put
not
it back
required
up.
to do that, but they
No, they're
started
not,
doing
but
that
they
because
do
they
just
started
because
getting in
they don't
trouble
want
with
to.
advertisers and shit. Like
Yeah.
they weren't making money anymore because they were like, the
Don't let
advertisers were like,
Google.
you're
What the fuck's
responsible
the
for what's on your platform, and they're like, according to these and these laws, we're not. Like, I mean, we have to take it down if we're made aware of it, but like, we're not approving content to be posted here. It just gets uploaded,
Yep.
and it's not our fault if somebody posts, some fucked up shit on here. Like,
Right.
I mean, it's on the onus of the user. Like, if somebody uploaded porn to YouTube right now, if nobody saw it, it would stay there
Yep.
until somebody saw it and reported it. Because YouTube does not have the people to watch 3 days worth of video uploaded every minute or whatever the fuck that crazy stat is.
Isn't that how that works though? Is when something's uploaded or if it gets flagged, someone has to watch it.
No. So it gets flagged because they're Google and they have lots of money and they have very smart people that work for them and they have algorithms that look at it.
So let's say YouTube, not Google.
No, Google
YouTube
owns
is
Same
owned
thing?
by you.
Yeah.
Google
Yeah.
owns YouTube.
You remember how shitty Google Videos was about 10 years ago?
Yes.
YouTube.
Yeah, that turned into YouTube because YouTube was a better platform, so Google bought them. and got rid of Google Videos, and now it's just YouTube. But nobody will watch it. I don't think until you appeal it. Once you appeal it, and you're like, hey, I was flagged for. And the other thing is that YouTube would be fine if they verified copyright claims first.
Yeah.
Big companies
Right.
can go through and just go, hey, it's got copyrighted video in it. You need to demonetize it or take it down. And YouTube's like, okay, cool, yeah, sure, we'll do that for you, even if that claim is totally bogus. It is on the person who uploaded the video that got taken down or got a copyright strike.
Yeah, but they
to appeal it.
demonetized videos with guns in them.
Yeah. Well, that's why a lot of those people and the smart YouTubers will have been selling merch for a long time.
Well, yes, but that's
how you
some
make your money.
bullshit, though.
It's just like running a band.
Well, yes, you make your
You
money
make
off
your
of
money on
merch
merch.
more than anything else.
You don't make
But
any money on touring. You make money by
that-
bringing the products to the people in those
that
cities
is
and
bullshit.
saying, "Hey, buy this shirt for $30."
That's the only thing they demonetized.
No, it was not.
It
They
was not.
demonetized like
Well,
45% of every video that's on YouTube.
which is fucking.
I can tell you for
Shit.
a fact that like pretty much every
because we
video
live
from
in a
any
country
channel that
that's
I actually
fucking
watch.
free
Trace,
speech,
if
so what does
there
it
is a
matter?
YouTube
Hey,
channel
Trace.
that you have ever watched on YouTube,
It's been demonetized.
they had videos that were demonetized.
I get it, but
in
what
the
I'm
same
saying
stretch.
is, it's like
Yeah, and guess what? They
Fuck
did it to
free
everybody.
speech.
Hey, guess what?
No, I know, but it's free speech,
Guess
right?
what? The Free Speech Amendment in the Constitution only protects you from retribution from the government. You are using a private company's product.
That's true.
It is,
No,
free speech
no,
has
you're
no
right.
standing on that platform.
You're
They
right.
can do whatever the fuck they want.
No, that's
And
fair.
people who cry free speech over it don't know the law.
Well, yeah, but thinking about it,
I know, I agree. And yeah, there probably needs to be a platform that's like that. And YouTube was like that.
right? That's what I'm saying. Like people
they-
had their free speech, and now they don't.
But they
on
changed.
that platform.
So now somebody needs to make a better platform like this. You know, they need to have a
Quiet.
patent
Don't
or
say
some sort
this.
of.
It's our
See,
patent.
It's not
Shut up.
existed yet.
Shut
it's
up.
there, but it's
Shut
not
up.
existed. That's how we're bringing it
No,
back.
the thing is that
it exists, but no one's thought about it.
no, plenty of
Ugh.
people have thought about a competitor to YouTube. It's just how are you going to go against Google?
Yeah, good
Unless
luck.
Unless you're Amazon,
Good luck.
and they ain't doing the best at it right now.
Well, they got
No, they're
Twitch,
not.
and they're fucking they already fucked up their chance to be a YouTube competitor.
So bring them a different idea.
Well, Vimeo, but they're all about the artists, so they're not going to upload random shit like this.
Bring them a YouTube idea. That's not YouTube. Just bring them an upload service that you can play videos on.
Who's paying for
Boom,
those
done.
servers?
Yeah, that's why you need your own website, like Rooster Teeth did
Mm,
15
enough.
fucking years ago. They're really the pioneers of the internet. I don't really watch most of their content anymore, just because it's not really my thing at this
What
point,
time
except
is
for YouTube or Funhouse, which I watch on YouTube, by the way. But they really had the internet figured out well in advance. They had their own Patreon. They started.
The
They had
subscription service.
They had Patreon subscription service. So every 6 months you pay them $5-10 or whatever, and then they give you videos that you can download, which was also revolutionary at the time. They streamed videos on their site, which was revolutionary at the time. YouTube didn't exist yet. They just had QuickTime videos on their website. They had that. Merch was a big thing. That was not necessarily unique, but they were one of the first, like in 2003 or whatever.
stores, yeah.
They had an online storefront where they made most of their money through merch sales and subscription sales. They didn't make any money. They probably lost money actually on uploading videos.
check the time, Chris.
I will in a second. They were pioneers, and I mean they've done some things that aren't necessarily the best in that time frame, but you can't deny that the presence that they have and the way that they've formed the internet as it is now, even if nobody's ever heard of them.
Yep.
So, question: do you think they kind of figured out YouTube, but then was like, let's just
They
let somebody
knew-
else bring it up?
No, they knew ahead of time that they needed to control their
own
content.
product.
Right.
They weren't trying to make a service for anybody else. They just
Right.
wanted somewhere to put their own.
And they
content.
upload all their shit to YouTube.
Right,
They fully
but that-
recognize YouTube
that's-
as an accessible way for people to ingest their content.
That's
and
what
they
I'm
know that
saying,
even if
though.
people
Do you
watch
think
their shit
that
on
they
YouTube,
did that,
they'll go
like,
buy their shit.
I'm not trying, like, selfishly, like, hey, let's let these guys upload this, even though we have the idea before them. Let's let them do this. And then
No,
we'll
because
upload our shit.
They weren't trying to be a video
Brendan's
hosting
asleep.
service. They were
I'm pretty sure Brendan's fucking asleep.
Psych, bitch,
He's-
I'm here.
They weren't trying to be YouTube. They were just trying to spread their own content.
No, I know. I'm saying like, oh, we could spread our own content through like a streaming service.
Well, I mean,
or like uploading our videos somewhere, but like we could have our own place where people upload their videos.
no, streaming services
let's
already
give them
existed.
it.
They just
I mean,
didn't
that's-
catch on the same way
They
YouTube
they
did.
actually in a way do. I mean, their entire community base is people uploading their own stuff. Generally, it's about like the content that they've already done, but like their community base is huge
So why
Especially
don't they
now.
just start their own YouTube per se?
because then they would have to pay for the extra server space to keep it all going.
Right. They need
True.
somebody who's like a venture capitalist who can give them like $1 billion and be like, hey, I'm
Fair.
starting this competitor.
Fair enough.
And the thing is that no venture capitalist is going to take that bet because you're going against Google.
Amazon will.
You would already need to. They might, but again, like I said, they bought Twitch a long time ago and they've already fucked Twitch up.
Well, they fucked it up, but I mean, if you bring it to them and be like, hey, let me do this and let me run it.
Yeah, and
You
Amazon's
fund
not
me.
going to do that.
Let's do
And
it.
Amazon's going to say we already have that. It just doesn't do very well because I'm sure that they already have something that's similar.
well, then
we
you
just don't
fucked
know
up,
about it that they already
Which
own.
you already said, but
So again, how are you going to go against Google? It's you would have
Yeah.
to. You'd have to be a giant company with a shit ton of clout already and bring it suddenly. Like you couldn't roll it out slowly,
so like
otherwise Google will
Berkshire
squash it.
Hathaway?
Disney.
No, Warren Buffett's not interested in tech.
Disney.
I mean, yeah, but their content rules are going to be worse than YouTube's.
Right.
So.
So then go with, well, there's nothing really bigger than that.
Jesus Christ, I can't even look at that. We're at an hour 20.
All right, we're done.
So, yeah. Trace.
No,
fuck.
we're not doing
Oh,
it.
Jesus.
Ah!
That's
That
like
was so bad.
That's like when you're in class watching a movie and
I
the teacher
can't-
just clicks the lights on.
I can't see anything. Fuck. Don't do that. Fuck.
Ah!
Trace, do
Please.
your thing so I can close this.
Hey, you guys!
Jesus. What was that?
You're ending it. We didn't just start.
Yeah, that's right, sorry. You guys can find us on.
Baby Ruth?
You can find us on Baby Ruth. No.
No.
You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, Libsyn, Google Play, Instagram. I already said that. Go follow us on Instagram. Go give us a like. Brendan will give you $25.
No,
if you
no.
subscribe and DM the Instagram's page and say, "Hey, I heard you say I will get $25 if you give."
No.
They
Brendan,
had their
subscribe.
chance.
Brendan will give you-
No. We're giving
Brendan?
it out. You're out.
No.
You're done.
Brendan will give you $25 if you repeat to him this phrase in a DM.
Ooh.
Mo, the easygoing termite.
Mo, the easygoing termite.
Is that M-O or
You
is that M-O-E?
have
M-O-E.
to repeat that to get $25. And let's see who does it.
Why is my money up for grabs? I tried it once, and now you guys are selling me out again.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
It's my money, and I need it
JG
now.
Wentworth. Wait, JG
Bye.
Wentworth might sponsor us.
He won't.
776 now.
Cash now. 877 cash now. Get it right.
And
He's never going to sponsor us if
Thank
you do
you
it like
for
that.
listening, guys.
Bye.
Give us a subscribe.
Bye.
Subscribe.